So, when was the last time you went to your local high street for a day's shopping? And when was the last time you read or heard in the media that the high street is dying and it will be a ghost town by the end of next week, probably? Time for a rant, I'm afraid, but I want to do this video for people to understand one of the biggest fundamental issues that has hit our high streets, and as I stand here, is demolishing businesses. Now, before people get their arse in their hands about me doing this, my background was retail, was the high street, and I left because things were going badly wrong 10 years ago. It's been like a blundering big yellow bus that the driver believes if they drop below 50 miles an hour, it will explode. Well, guess what? It's been on fire for years, and now you're getting to the bit where it jumps across the big gap in the bridge or falls to the inevitable giant explosion, killing the careers of everybody on board. This is not just any retail rant. This is a Marc Ford, your best kept business secret retail rant, and with a dollop of creamy reality.
Shut up and sit down.
Supermarkets and corner shops, clothes and shoe retailers, electrical, mobile, phone and tech retailers, furnishings, beds, furniture retailers, carpet, DIY and anybody else that I've missed, let us get one thing straight. You have no divine right to be in business. And how dare your CEOs, managing directors and other PR mouthpieces start the new year bitching, whinging, moaning, complaining that Christmas 2018 was a shocker and look to blame online retailers, the fact it wasn't snowing, Christmas was on a Tuesday, or that Brexit means an absolute piss take compared to virtually everybody else in the country bar MPs and the stock exchange. See, one of the main reasons that this year's Yuletide trading has been so bloody awful, with even less footfall in shopping centres and high streets alike, as well as smaller monetary purchases online, is because retail giants created this diseased turkey of a problem over 10 years ago, and now it's come home to roost. So let me take you back many years ago when you virtually had to do the Christmas shopping in December. They were good times. The Toys R Us catalogue popped through your letterbox and that's it. The countdown had begun. When your mum bought your school trousers and the shoes the week before you went back to school, and the earliest you bought an Easter egg was 2 weeks before, because otherwise one of the kids would have found it and started nicking bits of it before the big day. Wow, hasn't it changed? And now it's all just a bit shit. Because the big boys, consumers and independents allowed them to do this, by the way, were allowed to create their own timelines. You see, back to school is no longer back to school. It should now be named in every store up and down the country as going away from school with things that may or may not fit you, because kids don't really grow that much in 6 weeks, do they? Or lose all your felt tips and math sets you'll need on day one first lesson. We then have buy your Easter eggs 8 weeks before on a special offer, let people eat them and we'll share no responsibility for the obesity epidemic. In fact, they're actually already out 4 months before Easter. And followed by the Christmas sale starts on August the 1st because somebody else might do it and we are shit scared of missing out. What the hell did you idiots expect to happen? You see, in 2018, we had the first online retailer, and probably soon to be one of many, complain that they have never seen discounting like it. So deep, so long, and unfortunately, not a description of my lovemaking skills, but a description of what Black Friday has brought to the UK. And the big boys couldn't even leave one day alone. Amazon effectively had a Black Friday bloody month, a month for crying out loud. So, when does a special offer stop becoming a special offer? Well, I reckon about 2018. You see, every CEO, managing director, shareholder, buyer, store owner and independent, you really need to have a bloody good chat with yourself. It's not about the survival of the fittest, the strongest or the cheapest anymore. See, those boats have buggered off. They've sailed because you've cut the mooring rope and they're getting smashed against the rocks of profits and sustainability. No! This is a new game, one that you created, and you'll have to play very cautiously and wisely. This is now the game of the survival of the smartest. And it's fairly obvious that some of you don't know what you're doing. It's fairly obvious that we've seen all the excuses. It's fairly obvious you have lost touch with the most important people on your payroll. Not the marketers, not the buyers, not the store managers or the shop assistants, but you've lost touch with your customers. You can't even use online retail as an excuse anymore because all they've done is believe their own hype. We all know about the apprenticeship levies, the weak pound, the rates, etc. No, this is where you don't know the rules of the game because actually it hasn't been invented yet. You don't know what anything looks like, and that's the key. You need to start asking what the rules are, what your destiny is. You need to start asking the right people. And don't ask me constantly why I did buy. Ask me why I didn't buy. That's where your business gold is. Don't make assumptions. Don't aim to be the biggest. Don't aim to be the cheapest. Aim to be something different that actually means something to someone. Explore what your customers actually want instead of force feeding us everything in watered down ways constantly. You see, you've led us to this position. There's no exclusivity. There is no reason to buy from you. There is no reason to get off my phone and visit your stores. You have done this to yourselves. But you can change this and you can turn it around. But just please stop blaming everyone else and realise you have no divine right to exist. Be humble. You should always serve the customers wherever they are and however they want to do business with you. What are your thoughts of why the high street is falling apart? What would you do to change things? And thanks for watching. Go out, be brilliant, and I'll see you soon.